Top of the morning, man. Big Boss Sauce, Captain Kush. Nature Boy live on location. Different location, same mantra, same narrative. Don't mind the background music. I just putting a little softness on it. But first and foremost, let's give the much honor due to God for the opportunity, man. I think that centers to the heart of why we are where we are as a people, as a whole. It's because our lack of communication with God, the distancing we've put between us and God, the excuses and the worldly things that we've stood up in the face of God and try to determine how we want shit to go, how we want to determine how we think things should be. But in all that, are you not forgetting who gave you any of these choices? And you get caught up in the thinking, I alone control my destiny. I alone, single-handedly. No, God don't send you people. God don't send you signs. God don't warn you. Just you. So if you're successful, that's on you. If you're not, that's on you too. It ain't got nothing to do with the world. It has nothing to do with your story. It has nothing to do with your purpose here. And I truly believe once we educate ourselves personally, group-wise, family-wise, friend-wise, neighbor-wise, co-worker-wise, folk you go to the gym with, country club, so on and so forth, everybody you come in contact with, we gotta educate ourselves on not making shit about beliefs and faith and shit. But let's actually do the work, because a lot black folk don't need no faith when it comes to white man, because the fear they put in you to not achieve is long lasting. The fear they put in you not to break their rules, their laws, their ordinances because of what they will do to you. The fear of not breaking all those laws and still getting fucked up is the fear that's put in you. And for us to be in 2020 and have white folks sitting around talking about, oh, this is going on far too long. It's time for us to listen. You know what I'm talking about? My thing is, they want people to peaceful protest. But that's the shit they said. Once again, if you're doing anything based off a system created by someone who never seen you for anything other than free labor and wanting to fuck on your women, then you want to torture the man who naturally feel less than a man to have him seen as a piece of shit in front of his wife and his children, his mother's father, whatever the case may be. Take our strongest, breed them, and do whatever you want with them. The separation of families and the torturing of a mass amount of people. And we just gonna clean this up with talks. And nothing to talk about. Everybody gather around and do we need to do a slideshow that comes on every day, all over the news, We're not running no white shows no more. We're running nothing but white horror tales of history of how you've oppressed our people, you've subjugated our people, you did everything in your power to tear us down, but these motherfuckers keep surviving, they keep striving, they keep defying the odds. Interesting. But yet, a lot of you I've seen this week have your little patch, your little sticker with your peach on to show, look at me. I'm a part of the process. And for those, if you don't know, you don't know. You're just doing it for some clout or some group behavior. I understand you don't know no better if you don't. But if you know any better that this system has been the system can't be beat by your vote. The system can't be beat by you getting up and doing your part within their confines, within their system. How can you how can you infiltrate your enemy's system by just participating in the way they deem okay to you know what I mean, participate? How would you slip in and then say, well, all I gotta do to turn the enemy around is vote diligently and pay my taxes and go to work and boost money into the economy, and now, hey, shit'll be all right. What year was Mary McLeod Bethune a millionaire? Just throwing up some shit from the past. What year did Flip Wilson have a show? What year did Nat King Cole run a show? Right. So black folk been doing great things. Do we not remember the names of Frederick Douglass and W.E. Du Bois and George Washington Carver and so on and so forth? They have schools named about them. They have streets and boulevards and so on and so forth named about them. So we had great people of all times, but they allowed that and killed the rest. They murdered the rest that really spoke on it. They killed the rest that wanted equality and didn't feel like we needed to ask for it. Equality. I'm not equal to you motherfucking maggots. Shouts out to Baby said, keep your maggot ass friends. You talking about the opposition to me. You motherfucker don't feel like I deserve this very same fruits of God that they do. We on this shit. We don't need that energy anymore, do we? We don't need people out here that want to hurt and tear down my people. Do we need these people? Do these people need to exist? Do they need to walk amongst us? Do they need to be our police and sheriffs and marshals and FBI and CIA and all the alphabet boys? Do we need something that was created for us? The shit wasn't created to tear down white people or catch white people. Yeah, they added a little something to shit because them white boys, Italians and so on and so forth, got in their ass by that alcohol and them drugs. And they said, oh shit, they making us look bad. The white man, America's white man, and the evil white man from Europe and wherever else he touches down on, they don't like to see nobody else in power. That's all it be about. Somebody else's power is their downfall. So when you're fighting for your existence, when you're fighting for sheer survival, which black people should be in the mode that white people have been in for 500 years. do everything in our earthly power to take over and keep control. But if we could do something like separate, y'all can do what the fuck y'all want if we say so. You know what I mean? Because some of my people ain't gonna be on that, just let them be. And some of us are gonna be on that, make them pay like we did. Some of you will say, hey, that ain't the right way. Who am I to say what the right or wrong way to some shit is? When I had no say so in how my people have been treated since my existence, before my existence, and after my existence, no. I want to make it as to where in my lifetime, before I leave this earth, I see the shift and turn in power of control to bring down the dollar bill in its entirety. If it's not of the earth in its form that it comes in, if it's not for substance and eating, and you can't put it in your body, you can't fasten something for warmth, something for protection, something to hunt, the essentials. We garden our own shit. We grow our own shit. We harvest our own shit. We farm. Bring the farms to the city. We can have the nice penthouse, but right up under that shit to the side, we got a little greenhouse going. Just between me and you, I'm unapologetically in my stance of separation. We don't have to bow, we don't have to ask, we don't have to vote, we don't have to do anything that's in their system. We create our own system, we create our own laws, our own ways, and we listen to God, and we keep God near us. We don't mute that when it's overly loud in your ear. We don't shoo that away. We just go ahead and listen to that. Man, I asked my grandmother, who is almost 80. My grandma said he died at 80. And I asked about the protests that had been going on. And I said, well, is this the first time it's been, maybe, I don't think she heard the question right the first time, but I was like, is this the first time protests have been going this long in this many cities? And she was like, no, it went on for a long time, which she was correct. The boycotts and this, that, and that had weeks and weeks and days upon days, but at some point, it died down. It got back normal. It got back to, let's not push that narrative. And I'm just on some never pushing anything but that narrative till it's not normal for anything that y'all got going on. It's never been normal. And for all those who've been programmed, it's time to deprogram our youth, my age, above, our seniors. That whatever way y'all been thinking about this shit has not been right. It was, you know what I'm saying, we were under a false ruler, a false king. Our king is God, nothing else, nothing more. There's nothing less, nothing more. We as a people should not answer to another group of people. We don't even answer to our own people. We answer to another people. How is that feasible? How is that ever idea of equality and you asking for equality from your oppressor? Please, can y'all just be civil with us? Can y'all give us our rights? Can we vote? Now you got your stick on because they gonna say Martin and them fought and he died for your. He died because motherfucking white folks and motherfuckers, the powers that be, didn't want this nigga in the mix. They called him a uppity nigga. The fucking nerve of white scum to look at a king and say he a uppity nigga. You a swine face, trout mouth, nothing ass motherfucker. Billy Bob. The fuck? Ain't nobody ever looked at Dr. King and been like, man, that's a slime man nigga right there, bro. That nigga look like you couldn't leave your bomb around, bro. He'll pinch you off, boy. He'll fuck your hoe behind your back. I don't know about all that. Brother seemed like a solid brother to me. But his approach at the beginning based off the wicked teachings of what he was taught to led to believe that through what's going on. Martin was under the impression that in his stance on the Bible was we're all God's children, we all should get along, we all boom, 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 boom. So that's what Martin was on at first, you know, like, let's come together. Even though these folk beating him upside his head, even though the folk sicking the dogs on him, even though the folk throwing him in jail, even though they putting threats on his family, this man was under the impression, for those who claim black folk don't have faith, that his faith, his due diligence in showing the nonviolent approach would change a fucking monster, a demon, a motherfucker who ain't got no heart and got no soul. It don't matter about your praying. It don't matter about your hoping and wishing. Them folk was gonna kill this nigga, man. It's that simple. You doing too much. That was the fucking message. When this motherfucker started talking about fuck integrating, we need that money. Let's hurt them. We fuck equality, nigga. We got it. We'll do it. That was a few years before he was taken. You know what I mean? A few years before he was taken, that shit happened. He started changing his approach just like Malcolm. And it was crazy how one was considered to be radical, one was considered to be this new age thinking of approach. When the fuck has this approach ever worked for either one? Never. The loud, boisterous, charismatic, in your face, will get violent if need be, or the soft-spoken, the charismatic, you know what I mean, charming, eloquently spoken individual that was asking for inclusion, to vote, to go to the same school, to drink at the same water fountain, to use the same bathroom. I'm gonna be straight up. Why the fuck you think we got all these diseases within us? Because we mixed with a foreign species. I know it's some good white folk. That ain't the point. Who you are in character, but we talking about what you are. And when you mix that with something that ain't like yours, this shit, you get issues. I would. So God created Down syndrome? It's just a question. Certain shit got something to do with mixing shit that don't mix together well. Anybody ever put bleach and ammonia together in a closed room and breathe in heavily and live to tell the story? No. Shit get weird real quick, nigga. It's a combustible situation. Certain things ain't supposed to be mixed, but they forced to mix. You understand what I'm saying? But they were at their height, and still some of them now believe that they gotta keep their race pure. How in the fuck do you keep your race pure? But having sex with your family members, because you think niggas is so horrible. Oh, we would never fuck with them, but who were the white men raping? How did I get this skin tone? Oh, okay. It's just a question. Just a question. I said, fuck love. That's about the name of it. Fuck your way. Your way ain't never worked for us, and it ain't gonna work for us. And the longer my people sit around and think they can work in the confines of your oppressor to make a change, is disrespect to those who did die, disrespect to yourself, and disrespect to your motherfucking children, because you ain't doing shit to change shit. I voted. And that's it. Who did you vote for? Do you know them folks? Do you know who you voting for? Do you know them folk? I ain't talking about I know what they stand for on politics. Politics. That ain't gonna matter when them folk put them behind them doors and say we need this done. Well, this is how this go. You will be doing this. That's how that's gonna go. Between me and you. The fuck they tell you, man, you do this, we gonna make sure your family good. You don't. With this face, it'll be alright. Gas leaks happen all the time, don't they, Jimmy? Didn't you hear about some guy's brakes being bled and he crashed a fiery death last week? Interesting. Get down or lay down. Get down or lay down. My uncle told me when I asked him what happened to the fire when Martin was killed. Where did that rage go after? Y'all finally realized they took 2 of ours, as well as 2 of theirs, hell, or more of theirs, just to get some of ours. A lot of ours to get some of theirs in higher places, anyway. Where was the rage? Where was the anger? Where was the pain? Where was the sadness? The same way I see people now exuding for George Floyd's death. I felt that shit then. When I seen Malcolm shot, when I seen Martin shot, I'm a small child seeing these images and seeing and listening to their speeches, listening to their words, seeing how they demanded the people, seeing how right or wrong they were polarized figures. But they inspired me, someone who felt very uncomfortable with the state of the world, and it showed me there was others that existed that would say something. And I didn't know their demise, but once I learned their demise, it was understandable of you gotta live for something or die for anything. And even though they weren't supposed to die for what they were doing, if you had to die for something, what I got from them is they were the most unselfish as well as selfish individuals, because in their personal life, they both had families. They both had spouses, children, mother and father, you know what I mean? They all had people that loved them, depended on them, and didn't want any harm to come to them. And yet, they put themselves in front of the world's eye and caused a lot of pain for those family members, those friends, the spouse, the children. Their life was forever changed for what job they had to do outside of what we want to do on this earth for ourselves. Are we not responsible for doing something, saying something when shit just ain't right? You can feel it, you can see it, you can. Every emotion is just the optics on it, is the everything. You can't explain it away. You can't justify this shit. You can't quantify. Oh well, see, you can't tiptoe around this shit. You can't make something that ain't. And that's where shit has been for the longest. It's just sweep it up under the rug and make it something else. Blame it on this, blame it on that. Not holding people accountable, because if we keep shit simple as if you didn't want this shit happening to you, don't do it to nobody else. But that's gonna have motherfuckers like, oh, what you mean? Like, take advantage of people and manipulate them and lie to them and torture them and beat them and rape them and molest them and swindle them? Yes, sir. Don't do any of that. Because you don't like that shit happening to you, right? No, I don't. Is there more to that? No, you don't. But that kick up of, what do I do with wanting to do it to somebody else? I don't know. Get rid of it. But that man, those two men would go back very unselfish, because they could have easily did what a lot did, was put their head down and just try to survive, just try to maintain, just try to take care of theirs, just try to strive for theirs to be all right. But any man, woman who sees the climate, how can you just sit around and just say, well, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to pay my bills, I'm going to buy my kids this, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to eat there, and I'm going to buy these things, and as long as I'm paying these bills and my kids got these clothes and we able to go to these places, shit, I'm good. I'm not instilling entrepreneur shit. I'm not teaching them about barter and trade. I'm not teaching them how to have skills and growing their own shit and being their own boss. You just want them to get good grades All I want you to do is learn how to read, write, uh-huh, speak, your, your math, adding, subtracting, division. You can do a little fraction if you want on that motherfucker. Other than that, you need problem solving skills. You need critical thinking skills. You need common sense skills. Is what you need. Getting all them A's and getting all them awards in school still leaves you brainless out here in the streets. These streets don't care about your grade point average or your dean's list certificates, how many papers you wrote flawlessly. Cause them folk outside your house and they took off their sheets and put on badges, and they demanding your oldest son come out here for the false allegations of whatever the fuck they come up with. Who gonna come to her aid? Are we gonna peek out the window, look up the street and watch the story tomorrow and say, ooh, it's a shame them white folk went and did what white folk been doing? What y'all do about it, niggas? Nothing. So y'all complicit just as much as y'all on these cops about standing by and letting it. Nigga, was y'all not out there when they was fucking with Floyd? I didn't see nobody tackle this motherfucker. You got to risk that bullet. You got to risk that goddamn whatever the fuck gonna come from. You got to risk it, man. I couldn't, bro. You telling me I was anywhere in proximity of watching, bro, sit his fucking knee on, bro? Bro, do you know I would have got, man, I would have had to call 911 right there and make a bomb threat, or make a goddamn airplane crash threat, or make a goddamn retarded school fire, or goddamn make something. I would have had to call y'all on something more important that you would have had to leave for, and they would have said calling all calls. This is bigger than what the fuck you got going on. Y'all need to wrap whatever the fuck this is, and you got to go. If you didn't even do that, you didn't cause a diversion. You didn't cause a fight across the street. You didn't goddamn threaten these folk. I would have took a charge, is what I'm trying to say. Is what I'm trying to say, man. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of the people in my life aren't comfortable with talking to me, dealing with me, because it's not light, it's not simple, it's not, I overanalyze and I put too much on shit and I think too much. The fuck type of terms are these? But they've been expressed to me several hundred times or more. I think too much, I overanalyze, everything don't need to be that deep. You right. This world big simple. Ain't no complications to this shit whatsoever. You just go in without no instructions, no manual, no playbook, and just keep doing it the way you've been doing it. Motherfuckers don't want guidance. Folk don't even want leadership anymore. That's why we are where we are. And take you back to my uncle talking to me about when I asked him where the fire went and where were the leaders after Martin's assassination. He said plainly that a lot of them were paid off or took positions of in politics or became activists themselves in a different form. Hosea Williams, the only one that I think he mentioned that didn't take the money and didn't go into politics. He just, kept striving for the people. And I was embarrassed from that time. I've always looked at my own people with a little dismay because the way we've been toward each other is sickening. For right or wrong, whatever they put us through, the way we treat each other is sickening, and we do nothing to them. They don't walk in fear, they don't live in fear, they don't move in fear of no kind. When them folk walk down the street, they have to gather their kids and say, look, it's one of them black folk who oh.
One for bro. Yeah, what? I thought you were on the back.
Them folk don't walk around and say, look, that nigga right there will kill us. If we look him in the eyes, if he feel threatened by us in any capacity, that nigga will rape your children. He'll cut your heads off. Cause that nigga's a savage and he want revenge against us. And they let us live. They let us get away with torturing and killing they folk. But because shit different, we the ones who live in fear. Until life get like that, nigga, I ain't comfortable with it. So y'all walk around in fear every day. Every black man, woman, and child that you see might be a potential reason why you get fucked up if they feel like it. You ain't had that pressure. That's pressure. But we apply pressure to one another. We apply pressure to the shit that ain't got shit to do with them. But if I say hey, let's go change this today, what y'all gonna do? Man, that shit, man, it's affecting you too, pussy. What you mean? You gonna let them folk just run you? Yeah. Y'all don't question shit the white man say. But when a nigga say something about getting some money and trying to build and trying to grow, y'all got every reason in the goddamn world to fucking refute it and say, no. We ain't gonna do that shit, bro. That sound risky. I might lose some money. Some money? You ain't never had no money, nigga. You rich or something? You rich and not showing us? You rich, but you act like you just looking like you broke? Oh, okay. My people ain't never been wealthy, so what you scared to lose, man? But when you ain't had shit, I do understand it. When you get some shit, you so scared to motherfucking lose this little bit. That shit don't even pay the property tax on some of these white folk, one of their estates, which you making a whole year. You can't pay the property tax, nigga. You can't even get the lawn service out here all year. 6 months out the year, your shit out of control. Cause they ask for $3,000 every time they come over here. Or more. We got them down to $6,500. Can you pay $6,500 every 2 weeks to keep your grounds manicured? But a nigga tell me about a couple $100 and be like, man, let me see, man, I don't know, man. How much money have you thrown on strippers? How much money have you blown fucking off in the streets? And you ain't got shit to show for it, but a memory, maybe. Niggas love memories. Niggas love to goddamn kick it, but don't nobody own none of the spots we kick it at. Don't nobody own the liquor. Didn't nobody even grow the bud. We bought that shit from another nigga who got that shit from another nigga who probably got it for some white boys. Where you get your shit from, man? I asked y'all one time before, what is the one black company all black people buy their shit from? And I still ain't heard the answer to it. I'm talking about from Cali to Maine to Florida to Texas. What is the one black-owned company that all black people, no matter what, buy products from? You just got to. Because they products so fire. They so for us. Every time you buy their products, you like, man, these niggas really get niggas, man. Every time. Every time your box come to your door when you deliver it or you go to their stores, what's the black company that everybody support? All the ballin' ass NBA, football, movie star, TV motherfuckers, dope boys. What's their name brand, black owned company that all of y'all fuck with, man? There ain't one. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I was looking for that guy this morning, guy. But I asked that question and nobody got the answer because niggas too worried about simple-minded shit. How many likes you got it? What going on over here? Same bullshit that was going on last time. Nothing. Ain't shit been going on but your suppression of hostility for your enemy, for your oppressor. You got every excuse for motherfuckers who got their foot on your neck, been had their foot on your neck. You got excuses for them folks. And y'all so displaced with your emotions, it's so uncomfortable for you to even think about going against your oppressor. You'll put it back on me. Ooh, you so angry. You hostile. You need to calm down. We doing all right. We doing all right. Your simple-minded ass only know what the fuck you know. I will take you to the top 10 major motherfucking cities across the country, not in your fucking city. I'm gonna take you, you from Atlanta, I'm gonna take you to Florida, take you to Alabama, take you to Mississippi, take you to New Orleans, take you to Arkansas, you know what I mean? Take you to Tennessee, take you to goddamn Kentucky, take you to motherfucking Virginia's. I'm gonna take you to these places and I'm gonna let you see Chicago. I'm gonna take you to these places. Detroit. I'm gonna take you to these places and I want you to then have to be filmed, have to go out on the streets, and we're gonna stay in the city for about 2 weeks. We're not gonna just tap in there and tap out, no. We're gonna come in these cities, and I want this to actually be a show. Cause this shit'll do ratings, this shit'll do numbers. Cause niggas will be tuning in every week like, are they coming to our city? Are they coming to our block? Cause when we come to your block, this is the idea. Alright, this is the concept for the show. Unaware, unknowing, now woke, old folk, white folk billionaires, the real Saudis, the money motherfuckers, right? We go through these cities I named prior to, the hardest hit black areas of poverty and crime and lack of education, lack of jobs, lack of opportunity, lack of resources, they got it all. It's all bad. More in prison than anything else type situations. You come, you live without any of your high-end shit. You live amongst the people. We put you in the raggediest, sorriest motherfucking real situations. People, we ain't gonna put no roaches in it if ain't none in there. We not gonna put no rats in there if ain't none in there. But if some in there, you gonna have what's in there, right? 2 weeks, we in them cities. And in them 2 weeks, we let you live it. That's getting on the bus. You know what I mean? That's getting a job with no benefits, no care package, no, you know what I'm saying? No company car, no company card, no insurance, no nothing, man. They ain't done nothing for you, and they expect you to go to work every day and live in these conditions and go through the shit you gotta go through to get there, and budget yourself and all that. And after them 2 weeks, we'll make it an option where we'll have the mic on these people at all times, whether they want it or not. And we'll have them meet with a psychologist and different shit like that amongst the process.
Oh, there's your stuff in the washroom.
Huh?
There's your stuff in the washroom.
There's a lot of people's stuff in there. We let them live amongst the people, and we give them a choice to essentially say, based off what they seen, are they gonna help this area? They are the founder of that company and this company and that company. So in a heartbeat, if they turn the switch, they can bring jobs, opportunity, everything, change the landscape, the housing market, the education, the medical care, the resources, the agriculture, everything from top to bottom. Like the kids, the child care, everything will be. And we give them that option to say, hey, would you help this community? Would you turn this hopeful community into what it really could be with your resources? You come in and wherever people need to be put up till you get this shit right and make that shit where it's a community where they love to come to. White folk looking at this shit like, God damn, ooh wee, I'm living, but God damn, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from how our streets are ran, the greenest technology. You understand me? Using the latest technology to build the most beautiful, elegant cities, but keeping the natural order as much as possible. And that's what you do. That's the concept of the show. And we just keep doing it till ain't no more fucked up places, bro. That's the only way I see it being done. Let's make it a show where you ain't got no choice to be on it. We pick you the people. We go through a raffle. All the people who got all the money, we go through the raffle. Boom, it's your turn to go to the lowest poverty level in America. And you live amongst, you live it, you steep yourself in it, and you motherfucking change it. You put everybody up in the hotels you own, free of charge. That when they move back, free of charge. You got billions. You're not hurting for no money, man.
I'm gonna try to put this shit together before we leave.
So what now?
No, to leave like 30 minutes.
I don't know, anytime. I've been up since 7 o'clock, sir.
Oh yeah, we check out that delivery.
Yeah. What's going on? What y'all need from me?
Oh, this yours.
Nope. Y'all trying to put me back to work, huh? I see what's going on. Chef Black don't know how to cook no more. None of y'all niggas know how to cook.
That's why I have Black.
No. I say, I woke up very early and was like, these niggas ain't getting up. But I had to talk to the people, you know what I mean? Cause that shit was on my motherfucking heart, but I'll be back with y'all since I'm being taken away for my worldly purposes, not my spiritual purposes. If at least one of y'all take the message and do something more than what the fuck you been doing, we might be alright. Like I started it. Go voting ain't gonna goddamn do it. You gotta do more than speak about some shit. You gotta do more than say I participated in the process that why the fuck did we need to participate in the first place? I don't need to participate in their process, man. For what? Y'all be easy, man.